welcome back from the Kawaida Place Avenue Suit. Yes, looking at the challenges and stress amongst teenagers. Teenagers born during a time when there is a lot of exposure, when the world is no longer oval but flat. Something happening across the globe. It can hit your inbox anytime. And so with so many opportunities, so many options, an advantaged generation, technology-wise, has a big problem when it comes to stress. So I just talked about information overload. Somebody reminds me about the pressure from parents, a militant generations who made it in their lives. They fought for their dreams. They went for extra mile to make it as far as their dreams are concerned. And then they want their children to succeed. And so the pressure is, you must come home with grades, you must come home with good marks. But then to that child, they want to do something else. Remember I said they have an option, they have access to information, access to possibilities, access to other things. And so you want your child to become a doctor. The child feels, I want to be acting film. I want to be in the movie industry. And so the dilemma causes stress because the person who is paying for school fees, what they're looking for someone to become what they feel will fulfill and give them satisfaction. And so this is causing a lot of stress. When I go to schools, I listen to children talk about, this is what I want to become, but my parents cannot understand. And so it gives these people something that puts them like in a pit. And at times, they will accept what the parents are saying, and they are going to rise and do it, but not for themselves. And that is why you have so many people who are not doing what they were taken to school to do. And this stress leads these teenagers to depression, to stress, overrated stress, and even to bipolar. Some of them, most of them, get into ulcers. So what has happened? The push is too much. The push to become what the parent think is the right thing against what is the capability and the possibility of that child. So this is unnecessary pressure, and I speak from a counseling perspective. We should let the teenagers become. We should let the teenagers be. Our time and their time is different. The only thing we can be of help to their life is give them the values, because values will make them stand. Give them the wings of motivation. Inspire them to become what their capabilities are. Because I've seen so many opt to get to drugs, because the other thing is, the other stress that is making these guys go into more stress is solving a problem with a problem. Like something is not working. Your grades are not coming up. Nothing is going through. And then you feel, let me get into drugs. Let me try drugs. And drugs continue making you destroyed, continue destroying even the dream you feel. This is my dream. But where did it start? pressure was too much. You became so stressed because you want to deliver grades. On the other hand, you want to become a musician. You want to deliver grades. On the other hand, you want to become a filmmaker. And so we have all these things narrowing down to a teenager who is in the laboratory age. And in the laboratory age, they're supposed to be given an opportunity to innovate and to discover who they are. And this reminds me of Jesus. Jesus at age 12 went to the temple, read a script, picked a simple script, but this script is the script that led of him. He picked this script and said, today is the appointed day. I have discovered the reason as to why I came into this world. I was anointed for this. If Jesus at age 12 discovered, during teenage, he discovered, Joseph discovered during teenage, David was picked during teenage, why should we stress up this generation of teenagers with what we believe is our model way to success? Another thing that is really giving these guys stress is shattering their dreams or being against their dreams. You see, an exposed person will dream bigger than you think, will think things that you feel like this is crazy. I know for teenagers, it's an encouragement to you that you're not the first guys whose dream was fought. Joseph also sat and went through that lath. But I want to challenge the parents that when you fight the dreams and the visions inhabited amongst these teenagers, what you're doing is you're stressing them. You are giving them a battle to fight. And they were not supposed to fight such battles. I want to pick a few minutes and say what we can do. How can we manage this stress? And I know we're going to be helped. And I will start by speaking to parents. Parents, I want to challenge you. Let us give the teenagers the values and the wings to fly. Values will act as roots to make them stand. Wings will make them fly to their destiny. Let us make them become. Let us give them an environment that allows them to discover who they are and to build what they were born to be. Let us keep on building that. Let us keep on encouraging them to become. Parents, let's come to them. Let's give them time. When you talk to teenagers, love is equivalent to T-I-M-E. Love is equivalent to time. Let us be present. Let us come to them. Let us give them quality time. I might not talk of quantity time, but quality time. Let us allow ourselves to share moments with them. Listen to them. At times, what a teenager is looking for is that person who can listen to them. Because if we push them to the cliff, they might kill themselves. And when teenagers think and start feeling like nobody cares, nobody is willing to listen to me, then the other option will be either kill themselves or get into drugs. And so parents, give these people time. Give them time. Allow them to develop. Give that environment. Ensure that you are backing them up. You're walking the journey together with them. A few weeks ago, I talked about love and I talked about the unconditionality of it. As you're working with teenagers, let it be an unconditional walk and love towards them. To the teenagers, speak out. Don't just sit, be bitter with your parents, be bitter with generations. Don't just sit there and complain. Speak out. Raise your voice. and let people be heard. The reason as to why I started Talent Bell, it was to make people speak things that seems hidden, but bring those issues out as real, relevant, and relational. And we need to relate. As generations, we need to relate. Teenagers you need to understand that for you to make it to the top, you must be standing on shoulders of great people. And those shoulders are not very far. Those shoulders are on your dad, those shoulders are on your mother. And if you stand and connect with your mom, stand and connect with a mentor, you're going to make it to the top. It's good to have a face, a personal reality of self. Because as a teenager, you are molding an image. You're making a person who can make an impact. And you need to have a face. And I'm going to leave us with this acronym, FACE, F-A-C-E. F for focus. Every teenager must have a personal focus. And this personal focus must be communicated, spoken, understood so well by the parents. Personal focus. Yes, you're in school. Yes, you're doing what you're doing. Why are you doing it? What is the focus? What is the target? And then A, you must always be advancing on. You must keep on improving. We must see someone who is developing. Yes, the body is growing. The body with all the challenges of life is developing. We must also see you emotionally and intellectually, including talent-wise, advancing on, improving, developing. We must see someone, if you're in the music industry, we must see you write songs, sing songs, new songs, act different movies, do innovations. So you must be advancing on. And then communication. One of the things that I found out to be a missing ingredient when it comes to teenage stress is lack of communication. I'll not really deal with who to speak to, but I will say we need to have that communication ability. We speak to our moms, speak to our dads, have an open policy, an open communication policy with grown-ups. Speak out when you're down, when something is bringing you down, speak out, communicate to someone. This one will solve your problems halfway. When you're speaking out, it's like you're letting it out. You're letting it out to give you an opportunity to develop and mold the person you're born to be. E for evaluation. Personally evaluate your life. Do personal evaluation. Look into what is happening. Why am I not making it? Why am I not improving? Why am I where I am? Where am I supposed to be? So focus, advance on, communicate, and evaluate. And this one should be done at a personal level. I know someone was listening. You may be having questions, you may be having comments. Just hit to the inbox. The number is on the screen. Look to us, speak to us, and share your views. And also share your stress. We might be having some solutions. But as teenagers, stand out. As parents, let us maintain our gap. So until we meet you next week, same time, same TV, same place, may God bless you. May God keep you. May God raise you up. And may God help you to cope up with stress. See you next week. God bless.